everybody, this is Boogast Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Jigsaw figure. So before we take a look at Jigsaw, let's take a look at all of the accessories that he comes with. So first up, Jigsaw comes with 2 knives, and we've seen these used many times before. Up next, he comes with a machete, and I believe this was used for the Punisher figure that came with the motorcycle. Up next, he comes with a metal bat, and this looks really good. All of the silver paint on the weapons looks really nice. That looks good. I believe this was used with Hammerhead previously. One of my complaints with the accessories is I do wish he would have came with an alternate open left hand. That way you could get him holding this in both hands and his shotgun. Because if you try to get him to hold it in both hands, it is going to stretch that out really bad and he won't be able to hold the other accessories in his hand. Up next, he comes with his shotgun, and this looks really nice. I can't remember if this has been used before. This might have been used with the same Punisher that I talked about that came with the motorcycle. It might be a reuse from that, but I'm not 100% sure. But he does come with 4 effects pieces for this, and I really like that. For the first 2 effect pieces, he comes with smoke, and you can load that into each barrel, and that looks very nice. That's going to make for some really awesome pictures. I like how that looks. It's cast in a translucent plastic and has some dark gray painted over top of it, and that makes it look really nice. Up next, he comes with 2 blast effects for the shotgun, and I think it looks really cool, but I can't peg this one in here, and if I do, I will show what it does. There, then it does that, and that does not look good at all. So yeah, I can only fit 1 effect in there properly. 1 doesn't look too bad, especially if you have it from the side. But yeah, looking at it straight on, I don't like the way that looks. I wish it would have been a little more straight, like a little more like that. I do think that would have been good. So now taking a look at this head sculpt, Hasbro did an incredible job on this. I really love the way this looks. All of the scars and the stitches look really good. That bulging eye looks great. You can see a chunk of his mouth is missing here on the right side. I just really love this head sculpt. He also has some really nicely sculpted hair. In here you can see a cut on the side of his head and a big gash in the back of his head with 2 staples in it. So yeah, Hasbro really sculpted this nicely. This is probably one of my favorite Marvel Legends head sculpts. It just looks really good. He does have this collar piece, and it keeps shifting to the side. I can't get it to lay properly. I think it's because of the collar there on the suit. If you have his head down, he can kind of keep it down, but as you can see, it's still up on one side. So that's a little annoying. He uses this suited body, and I'm not 100% sure which body mold it uses, which suited body mold it uses. I want to say it uses some pieces from Hammerhead. I want to say that this overlay of the jacket is from Hammerhead, and the arms are. I don't think the legs are. I think the legs on Hammerhead were bigger. And the shoes, I'm not sure if they were reused either. Just leave a comment down below and tell me. Like I said, I don't have Hammerhead, so I can't compare it to that figure. But it does look similar to me. For the most part, this figure is cast in white with some touches of black. The inside of his suit is also done in black. He has a tie there. You can see the edge of it sticking out there. You get some more black buttons painted there on the backs of the arms. That's really about the only paint detail for this figure. I mean, it really didn't need any since his suit is all white. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He can move his head up just a little bit. Can't really look down at all. He can move his head side to side very slightly. As you can see, the collar will lift up if you do that, which this is a separate piece. If you don't want to have that on there, you don't have to. And without that on there, he can look up all the way, and he can look down all the way, and he can move side to side. So yeah, if you want to remove that, you can do that. That does free up the articulation, but I do prefer this to be on here. Like I said, it just doesn't want to sit right, though. I might have to glue the edge of it down there, that way it'll stay. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can only move out that far. I do wish they could move out just a little further. He has swivel at the bicep, double-jointed elbows that can bend in that far. Both wrists are on hinges that can move up and down and spin all the way around. He does have ab articulation, but this is a really hard plastic, so you really don't get much out of it. That's really about all the articulation you're going to get out of him. He has a swivel at the waist. He has ball-jointed hips that can only move out that far. He can kick forward just about all the way. He can barely kick back. He has a thigh swivel, but it's really tough to move. It feels like it's going to break when I'm moving it. So yeah, that's really tough. I don't know if it's on all of them or just mine. He has double-jointed knees that can bend back that far, And he has a really nice swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and an ankle rocker. So the articulation could have been better on him. I do wish it was a little bit better, especially here on the thigh. That is a really hard joint, and it feels like I'm going to snap that joint off just moving it. Before I do size comparisons, I wanted to see if Jigsaw's head would fit on the Punisher body mold, and it will. I don't think it's the right body type for him. I do think this is a bit too big, but the head actually sits on there really nicely. I might actually leave this on here to do some pictures with him. I think you could make some really interesting pictures with this. He doesn't have the stitches on his suit that he had in this Punisher suit, but it does work. Like I said, not the same body type, but I think for pictures you could definitely make this work. So first up, here he is next to the Toy Biz face-off version, and I really hope we get this look from Hasbro. I doubt it would have the paint and sculpt detail that the Toy Biz one had, but I would still very much like if Hasbro would take a crack at this version. Here he is next to Spider-Man and Nightcrawler. Here he is next to the Walgreens Punisher figure. Here he is next to the Retro Kingpin figure. And finally, there he is next to the last Walgreens exclusive figure we got, Baron Zemo. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up. I do have my issues with this figure, but overall, I still think he's really nice. I have waited forever for Hasbro to do an update of this figure. The first version was actually from Toy Biz. There was actually a variant of the Toy Biz Jigsaw that was in his white suit. So this is the first time he's gotten an update in, I think, like over 15 years or something like that. So despite the issues I do have with this figure, he is still really nice, and I would recommend picking him up. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.